I forgot to start the recording. So, hello, VOD people. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was just doing an intro. Um, we are picking back up with Duolingo Japanese today. Um, the tea is Earl Grey. We have a candle for the first time today, and that is lemon lavender scent, which you will get used to because it's going to be that for a little while. It is not burning down very quickly. Okay, let's go.
Ni.
Oh yes, wait, there's one more note. You may notice that my streak is 1, and you can look at the calendar and see how that happened. I literally logged on at like 12:55 last, or not 12:55, 11:55. I logged in at like 11:55 last night and was furiously trying to practice a lesson
Ni.
before I went to bed, so that I could maintain my streak for y'all, but nah, it did not work out that way. So we're back to like a 1 day streak. We're a little ahead of where we started, streak wise, but not by much. Oh, okay. It is a word.
Ni.
It's a word.
Ni.
Sorry, excuse me? 2, 4, and I literally knew that it meant 2. I mean, I should have known. Did I? I've just been practicing katakana in the last week to like maintain my skills, and so I've forgotten that syllables can have meaning. Okay. Wait, what?
1. 1.
Why? Okay, I'm gonna do the one that's obviously wrong just to find out why it's like that. I'm sorry, it counts as correct? Another correct solution, Ichi, with the actual... Oh, is this the kanji? That'd be so exciting. I could know... I could know one kanji character that is a straight horizontal line. Learning!
2. 1.
I could have done those in order, but
1.
then I didn't. Are we doing numbers? Ichi, ni.
2.
A cake for 5 in a row. Thank you, Vikram. Oh, duo. I,
1.
ni,
2.
chi.
1.
Chi. I don't pronounce chi real good, but I know what it is. I legitimately... Wait, I've lost track. Is that the level I just completed? I have once again not been staring at the path mode for like a week. Like, I'm just here long enough to be like, oop, time to click to the character tab. See, you can see, I've made progress. I've made progress. I know characters sometimes now. Saying that I am gold level of knowledge on all of these characters is an overstatement. But I know them. Somewhat. I know them. I know them. They're in my brain. Kind of. Okay.
さ
So,
さ
yo.
よ
Yes! I did not actually know that I would know that one. 3, ichi, ni, san. San.
3
San. I am once again gonna get... It's gonna try to draw me into the, like, pitch matching thing. And I'm gonna want to go, like, san. I know that. Okay. Yo.
よ
That's just an N noise.
Mm.
Sa,
さ、に、ち、
chi. Okay. Chi. To remember. Hello, oof. Me presta 2,000 reais? I am so sorry that I cannot read that. Okay. E. Oh my gosh. You are challenging me here with this. Is that, see, now I'm like doubting myself. The third character here, I just do not know. Wait, it looks, no, it's similar to one that I'm going to return to this, and I'm going to know how to read this message eventually. But I can tell from the tilde that it's friendly, so thank you. Whatever you said. I am very, very bad at Japanese. I am a little baby who's just learning katakana, and that's literally it. That's all I kind of know at this point. For context, I've been working on this for like a week, so I don't know anything.
さ、
Sa.
3、
I know numbers sometimes. And once again, I got so excited about someone chatting that I forgot
3、
the syllables mean things. My homework. Okay. I will know how to read it by next week, probably.
よ、
Okay. Yo.
Mm.
Are these literally just not quite north?
さ、さ、
I would love to be smart. And by smart, I really just mean I want to know the things that I'm studying before I study them. So if that one's south and this one's
Chi.
chi.
い、
E. Wait. Oh, okay. So that's E, which means the first character of your message isn't, which means it's something I forgot. Maybe ooh? Those two look rotated of each other, right? Ichi, ni, san, yon.
4、
I learned this last week.
4、
Okay.
3、
Thank you, Astrocryptographer. I will just be smart. Ah, okay, so it is one lesson of that level. Yes, I remembered it. 7, nana. Why are there... See, Duolingo has these, like, multiple different words for it, and I wish I knew the difference between them. So it's got nana, nanamai, and nanasai. What is the difference between them? Wish I knew. Because I think they had this for the other numbers too. I've just been using the ones that I was like,
7、
familiar with.
ろ、
That is ro. 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 Return of Bakura struggling with the soft Ds because I will just perpetually struggle with the soft D noise. I can do an R. I can do a hard D. I can do a hard D noise. I can sometimes do a flap R, but softies are a struggle. Roku. Roku. Wait, I'm sorry. You're telling me Roku, the broadcasting device, like, this streaming thing is just named 6? That was someone's brilliant branding idea? Okay. Fine. Sure.
6、
Why not? N. I know that.
Mm.
It's that one.
I.
I,
na,
na,
ro,
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 ro, do, ro, ro. I'm literally just like, ro, do, ro, do, do, do. None of my 7 sheets. My is a counter for flat objects. Oh, it's a counter thing. Okay, okay. You're right, Taco. We do have Target and Apple. Okay, but like, I don't know. Somehow numbers feel different to me than other nouns. I know that doesn't make sense. Okay, so thank you, Manpresta Joas Milirius. I'm so sorry. I'm going to butcher your username over and over again. For explaining their counters. The reason that they are different is their counters. I still question Duolingo's. In that case, I question Duolingo's choice to include them as just the number. I feel like I would put a parenthetical like 6 with the counter for flat objects or something like that. Sai literally means years of age. Okay. Joe? Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. I really don't want to butcher your name, but yeah. Okay. Joe. Thank you. Why is the counter for flat objects? Okay. So, notably, I have learned a little bit of Korean before, which also has counters and like a variety of counters for different things, but I didn't learn a lot of different counters. I learned like one for animals, I think, and for age and year, or like for years, which I think I used for, in our class, we used for both age and for like what year you were in school. So I don't have an intuitive sense of like what set of things counters usually cover, but I find it very interesting that my is a counter for flat objects. That, like, I don't know how I would think to cluster like what a counter applies to, but I'm surprised somehow that flat objects is a set of or like the grouping for that counter. Is it all flat objects, or is it just some flat objects? And if it's some flat objects, how do you know which ones? Okay, I know my chat is on a delay, so I'm just gonna like go back to doing things. I'm an English teacher in Japan. Oh my gosh. That's so cool, Joe. So you like... Okay. Sorry, I'm deconstructing that. So you like live in Japan, teach English to people whose first language is Japanese. All flat objects. Amazing. That... I'm gonna be real with you, like, when I found out that counters were a thing, they scared the heck out of me. Because that's, like, you know, not really a thing in English. Or you just say something... Thank you for following T_S_I_M. Yeah, I was really intimidated by the idea of counters at first, because I was like, what if I can't keep track of them? Since, like, in English we sometimes have things that serve that linguistic purpose, but it's like, it's just the name of the thing that you're counting. And so it's not like an additional word or syllable that I have to remember. And I was very intimidated by it, but knowing that it's like, that the groupings are as broad as just like all flat objects. Now, I don't know if I will remember like the proper groupings and like keep them all straight with each other, but that is still like, I think I was worried that I would have to learn like really a lot of counters to like navigate any conversation ever, which now that I think about it, you don't even say that many like numbers in a common conversation. But it comforts me to know that the categories are that broad, so maybe I don't. Just go with ko and you'll be safe most of the time. Is ko like a general counter? I think they taught us like the equivalent of that at the end of my Korean class, or a thing that was just like for objects. But I did not remember it. My Korean skills are not great at this point. I try to maintain a little bit, but it's mostly like I can sound out Hangul. That's where I'm at.
な、
Na.
7
Nana. Oh, that's a number. I don't
Nana.
remember which one. 7. Okay. I'm very glad that there is a number that is the same syllable twice, because I think any word that is the same syllable twice is just delightful, and I'm glad I get to encounter it this early. Yes, Joe, do it. Korean is fun. I don't know what your like first language is, but I will say Korean for me was a lot less intimidating than Japanese because it uses one character set and it's a phonetic character set. I will say that like there was a point in time where I was trying to choose between taking a Japanese and a Korean class, and it was partially influenced, but the pronunciation chart. Honestly, okay. I didn't find Korean pronunciation that bad, but also I was learning in a very casual setting in a relatively small class in a like peer-to-peer setting. I was being taught by college students, and one of them was like Korean as in from Korea and grew up there. And so like Korean was her first language, and then the other instructor knew Korean very well. Like her major in college was Eastern Asian Studies, or I don't remember how exactly it's phrased, but something like that. Like it was part of her major, and I think her boyfriend was Korean, so she got a lot of practice, and also like pronunciation help. And so I found that pronunciation was relatively intuitive, but it might just be because like I had instructors who were able to give us a certain amount of attention and who had very good accents. And we also had like two different perspectives on the pronunciation. So like if someone didn't understand how to pronounce something, the instructor who is Korean could like actually like make sure that the pronunciation was correct, and like also if it was like an accent dependent thing could tell us that. And then the instructor who was really good at Korean but like it was her second language could explain to us what helped her in learning how to pronounce it, and it was extremely helpful in my opinion.
く、 い、
In general, I have done both like online language learning
No.
and in person,
な、
and I really
That's it.
I love online language learning for like accessibility. Yes, it was a great combination. They were also like good friends and just a good teaching team. It was a great experience. I love online language learning for like accessibility and the ability to like work on it for free anywhere. But also like for pronunciation, having live feedback is so incredibly helpful. And like I am a wimp. I am a wimp about speaking languages out loud, specifically languages that I'm learning. I am terrified of messing up pronunciation. And so that means for Duolingo, French is the language I've been working on the longest, the one that I'm best at. Like, I consider it my second language, even though I'm terrified to talk to strangers in French. But, like, I can't, theoretically. I've done it before. I have talked to French people. They did not immediately throw me out of their stores. It was fine. I survived. But that means French is the only language that I'm confident enough to do the speaking exercises on Duolingo. And there are some times I know my pronunciation is off. Like, it's coherent, but it's bad. And Duolingo French still scores me right. on those. And, like, on one hand, I recognize that in terms of confidence building, the practice of speaking the words out loud is kind of more important than whether it's precisely correct. But also, like, I want to be able to fine-tune my accent. They say it to your face whenever you say something on kids. Mm-hmm. I've worked a little bit with kids, mostly like older, high school age. They have no filter. They're also like, sometimes kids are just like, when they know that you're in a position of power over them, they're willing to be unfiltered about being mean to you if you're like not gonna do anything about it. That's great. They say it to your face whenever you say something wrong. Well, it's developmental. It helps you learn. So wait, are you like, is English your first language then, Joe? I know that that is relatively common for like native English speakers to go to another country to teach English, like after college or something. I know someone who's done that. In Japan, actually. She works in Japan. I think she still teaches English. She does some other, like, language learning tapes or something for kids learning English. Oh, you're from Brazil. Oh, okay. The username is clicking into place now. That makes sense. Yeah, Portuguese. That's why I will tell you, when I look at Portuguese words, it looks like Spanish that I could navigate with a French pronunciation, and then that utterly falls apart. So that explains why I thought I could pronounce your username, and then I just couldn't. Or, like, not well. I can pronounce things, I just can't pronounce them well. Ohio. So, wait, so then you speak at least Portuguese, English, and Japanese with some level of fluency. That's impressive. Good for you.
ro, wa, o,
I aspire
Hi.
to speak, I was gonna say a lot of languages, but literally just speaking more than one language with actual confidence would be nice.
o, ku, u,
Okay.
hai,
Hi.
hai,
Wait, that's one of the... okay. I'm scrolling back up to your message. Because, yes, that is... Okay, so I know, like... Joe, I am scrolling back up to your first message. I'm like, I now know 3 out of the 5 characters you use. So I know... Okay, the last... yeah, so the last one's ha. And I know the 2 that are just like, I'm supposed to know the first one. I've definitely learned it. Do I remember it?
hai,
I'm getting closer. I will just probably have to look it up for the meaning, but I'm getting closer to being able to pronounce it, and I'm proud of myself for that.
u, ro,
No,
na,
nah,
o,
or
ni,
me. Okay.
Ohio.
Ohio. Oh,
Ohio.
Ohio. I didn't.
Ohio.
Okay, I've heard people say Ohio before, but I've never actually noticed that there's a U sound there
Ohio.
at the end. I didn't realize that that was part of it. Learning. I'm so excited to be learning. If you saw that
Ohio.
pop-up notification, no you didn't. Oh, I know that.
ro,
I know that. This one's
Ni.
me. Have you learned that? Okay, so I did the little, I don't know what they're called, tick mark thingies. I have not learned it yet, but it was in I'm trying to remember so the way that this Duolingo course is structured, it has little like tip guides where it just has information you can read, and they explained how they worked in one of those tip guides, but because I've not actually applied it yet, I don't remember. 1010, thank you. Okay. The one of the tip guides had a like full explanation of how the 1010 and the other, it's like a do you or something? I don't remember. The other thing that can modify characters. I read the guide that explained how they worked, but I haven't actually applied either of them yet, and so I like have not internalized how they work. I remember, ooh, wait. Okay, so the character you applied it to is Ha, which is gonna make me struggle because I remember something weird happens with H's.
う、お、
Oh, I remember because it modifies it in some way, and I found most of the modifications relatively intuitive. Do I just click the thing? Does it let me just? It just lets me go. I appreciate it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't scare me. Okay, wait. I have a character thing. Okay. Dakuan. Add a single chain sound. Combo. Okay. Small. Long vowels. Okay, okay. I have a chart. I have a chart that I can use. Okay. So first I'm looking for Ha with the 1010. Ba? Okay. Banha. So I know it ends in Banha. And I know that I'm supposed to know that first character, which tells me where it is on this chart. Ko. Okay. Kon. I'm trying so hard. Konbanha? Is that right? Konbanha. Yeah, okay. Konbanha. And now I'm gonna go to Google Translate and find out what it means. Yeah, you can tell I mostly use French because it's what my Google Translate is already set to. I am copying, I am pasting. Good evening! Oh, okay. Konbanha. I got it. Don't have to do it for homework. I figured it out on stream. Can I just say, so I do in fact experience Duolingo such that I do know the names of the characters. This is Lily. An exception pronunciation? Wait. Oh no, is it not pronounced the way that I expect it to be? Okay. Going back to Google Translate. Can I move this so you can't? Okay. That's fine. Okay.
こんばんは。
Wow, okay.
こんばんは。こんばんは。
Konbanwa. Can you explain why it's pronounced wa? Like, what makes it an exception? Is it the word or is it the syllable before it? I speak English. I can live with exceptions. I speak English. I can live with exceptions. This is an affirmation.
銀行。銀行。銀行。
Ko. Ginko.
銀行銀行
Oh, I was like, why is this in orange? How, in what way have I not learned this character before? Oh, it's got the 1010 on it. Okay. So is this normally ki and then it becomes ki? Ginkgo.
Manga.
Manga. Free phoneme check? Toko, what does it mean? Is it a check for a free phoneme, or is it checking my phonemes for free? Oh, I guess it is. Yes, I did get my phonemes checked for free, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Joe. Exceptions in my spoken language? It's so likely. It's literally so likely. Oh, okay. Okay, the one that's pronounced as wa is a particle that determines the subject of the sentence. Particles. Have I missed particles? I don't know if I have. Better of, because I'm about to have a lot of them. Is it always pronounced as wa when it's referring to the subject of the sentence? Like, is that the case in which... Oh, with time it evolved to a different sound. Okay! That makes sense. That makes sense. That would be clarity enhancing.
Manga.
Manga. Ma.
Manga.
Ga. Okay, and the ga is also new. It's ka, but with the 10-10. Okay. Yes! I feel like I'm learning so much. Thank you, Joe.
Go.
I mean,
Go.
also thank you, Duolingo, but, like, less so. Being able to ask people questions is very helpful. Okay, so I know... Oh, okay, so all of these are characters that would have a K sound, but they have the 10-10, so they have a G sound. I know what... Not as many of them as I'm supposed to sound like, but I know what some of them sound like with the K sound, which means I should know what they sound like with the G sound. So, for example, I know that would be ko, but it has a 10-10, so go.
Gu.
Excuse me? What?
Gu. Gu.
Okay. That one I was just wrong. I was just wrong. But the problem with doing language learning on stream is that everyone gets to see your mistakes. I was so confident. I really thought I had that. I had the logic, just not the information. Okay. Does this one go?
Ga.
No.
Gi.
Get,
Ge.
get,
Go.
go. Okay, it's the same thing again, so I should be able to get it this time. Interesting. So it's he, but when it's a particle, it's just e. Interesting. Fascinating. Thank you so much. I am appreciating these Japanese facts. Okay. Gu?
Gu.
Yeah, okay. Progress.
Ga.
Got. Go?
Go.
Yes. Ge?
Ge.
Yeah! I didn't think I'd get that right. Gi.
Gi.
Perfect. Amazing. Okay. Kaze. Oh, and the Z's also. Joe, thank you for following.
風。
Kaze?
風、
Wind. Map is Shizu. Okay, so the Z. Oh, okay, so Z sound is an S sound with 10 tones.
地図。地図。
Chisu. Chisu.
絵文字。
God, I love. Okay, I have a love-hate relationship with languages that do not have articles. On one hand, it's so simple. It's so what's the word I'm looking for? Concise. It's so, like, it gives you what you need and not more, but also sometimes I appreciate the difference between a definite and an indefinite article because I want to know if we're talking about a cat or the cat. We'll see. We'll see. Like, I know that the majority of the time it's clear from context clues, but sometimes it's not. Especially, like, this is a frustration of mine with, like, when I'm doing just, like, Duolingo, where I'm just, translating a sentence out of context, that means it means there is maximum difficulty in translating things without articles. I literally just said it and then I forgot. There's maximum difficulty with translating things without articles into English because there's no context to tell me, do you mean a bird or the bird? Yes. Do it, Joe, do it. Like, honestly, I was not doing very much Japanese and not making any progress in it until I did this, and I feel like it is forcing myself to sit down and study for a concentrated, like, 2-ish hours a week, and is so helpful. Especially, like, when you're not in school anymore, it can be harder to learn a language because you don't have, like, class time to sit down and learn it. And I don't know. It's been helping me, definitely. Okay. Oh, I know this would be she, so instead it's G.
じ、ず、
So I think that would be sa, so it's za.
ざ、
Sa. And these two I'm not good at.
ぜ、
To
ぞ、
so. I love how transliteration is an imprecise art, by which I mean I keep clicking on things and I know how they're transliterated, but I'm surprised by how much that doesn't mean I know how they sound. Like, I see something that I know is transliterated Z-O, and so I'm like, zo. No, it's zo. So, like, these are sounds that people do not think about in English, and I think that's amazing.
ざ、ぜ、
To zu,
ず、ず、
to. I forget how U sounds work in Japanese, like all the time. Just every time I click on it, I'm like, I know what this sounds like. No, you don't. Chi,
じ、
chi,
ぞ、
zo. Yay! I'm in the Silver League and I'm still. Oh, okay. I guess I will get to the next league next week. I do love the, like, essentially doing almost nothing for most of the week and then doing a big sprint at what counts as the end of the week for Duolingo leaderboards. Wait, how long is this course? The Z series has a quick D sound before. Interesting. I was perceiving it as like a T. This is okay. Yeah, that makes sense. The thing that you said, Joe, not mine. Okay. Oh, this is a very long course. I'm not saying that in a, like, I'm upset about learning that much way. I'm saying I'm trying to decide when to do the, like, legendary levels thing. Maybe I'll do that off stream since that's not a, like, moving forward thing. That would be a nice, like, challenging developmental way to keep my streak going. Okay, telephone. Denwa. Okay. And we once again have that 10, 10, 10.
電話
Denwa. Not denwa. Denwa.
電話
Denwa. Oh, I was like, why does
Kudamono.
this feel French? It's because of that wa sound. Because it's like the French OIS.
果物
Kudamino.
果物
Kudamino. Okay, and that's once again something with a T gets turned into a D with the 10-10.
果物
Kudamino. I've already forgotten. Fruit? Fruit! Fruit! Okay, this is 12, ta,
ど、
do. I knew what I meant. I knew what I meant. I mean, like, sorry. I'm still having to pronounce all, or like, process all of these characters in 2 stages, so I'm like, okay, it would be to. It's got 10-10, so it's do. And, like, my point is, when I guessed it, I was guessing it correctly, I was just saying it wrong. This time. Many, many, many other times. To learn hiragana, I definitely recommend writing them down. Ugh. Okay. Like, part of me is just like, I don't want to have to do anything that's not on Duolingo. But also, yeah. Writing is good. Literacy is good.
ぜ、
So, I literally just used this. That doesn't mean I remember what it is. Da,
で、
de,
だ、
da,
げ、
ge,
だ、
da, do,
ど、
go.
ご、
Maybe they have a writing part ahead. Okay, so in the section that I showed that has just like characters, that's most of what I've been using for my streak maintenance. It has a virtual writing thing, but it literally only has you do it the first time you're introduced to the character, and that's enough for me to have a like intuitive feel for like stroke order, which I guess is good, but it's definitely, I think I would still benefit from more writing practice. I just don't want it, because it's hard.
で、
Yeah,
ざ、
that. Unlike, waking up at a time that is early in the morning for me, or earlier than I would otherwise be awake, to sit down and practice for 2 hours. That's not hard. But writing, oof. Oof.
び、
V? V? Wait,
び、
B.
び、
B. I'm like, why did I hear that as a V? I know B and V are literally connected, like, as sounds. But also, how did I hear a V when it was a B?
び、び、
B.
B.
B. Okay, they're very determined to teach me this one character. Kaban.
カバン
Kaban?
カバン
Kaban?
弁当
Bento. Bento.
弁当
Okay. It is translated as box lunch. That's the, like, concept that I know it as, but I was like, what if I'm wrong and it actually just means lunch? No, it's a box lunch. It's fine. B.
B.
I was not paying good enough attention for this. I was just like, haha, bento! Joe, do they look like Egyptian hieroglyphs because the handwriting is bad, or just you're like, I don't read this anymore?
べ、
Be,
ぶ、
b,
ば、
ba,
ぼ、
bo,
び、
bi,
べ、
be,
ば、
ba, bo,
ぶ、
b,
ぼ、
bo. I love doing imperfect learning and getting perfect scores. Really bad handwriting. Oh my gosh. I can only imagine. I feel like um katakana is more, or some of the characters are more complicated than the Roman alphabet. So I feel like some of them would look real bad in like inexperienced or kid handwriting. I'm thinking especially like this, the like poo. Like, I feel like that would look awful before you've learned how to write it nicely. No offense to you, I'm sure my handwriting is going to look at least as bad. Tempura.
天ぷら。鉛筆
Enpitsu.
鉛筆鉛筆
Enpitsu. Okay. Is that pa?
ぺ、
Pe. What? Okay. Pi.
ぴ、ぷ、
Pu.
ぱ、
Pa.
ぽ、
Po. They're really just dumping all of these on me real fast right now. Pi.
ぴ、
Pu.
ぺ、
Pe. Pu.
ぷ、ぱ、
Pa.
ぽ、
Po. Yay, perfect. It shouldn't be, but okay. Oh, I just realized. Interesting. Duolingo Japanese does not have the stories, the fully narrated. Oh wait, no. They said they were going to put those in the learning track. Okay. I can't see anything ahead. You get printed character perfect, then you start again writing faster and faster, and it's horrible again in a different way. True. That's definitely what's happened to my English handwriting, is that I write faster and worse now.
お茶、
Cha.
お茶、
Cha. Okay, green tea. I was like, I feel like cha is just tea, isn't it?
きょう、
Kyo.
きょう、
Kyo. Today.
9、
Kyu.
9、
Cha. Why is it multiple?
ちょ、ちょ、ちゆ、ちゃ、
Cha. Oh, it's like there's a ya in there instead of a. Okay. I understand somewhat. Kyo, Q, cha. Okay. I'm there.
ちゃ、
Gi,
ぎ、
ba.
ば、
I am 100% guessing based on number of characters here, by the way. So, if you think I'm smart in learning, no, I'm not. I have good test taking skills. It's not the same thing. Kyo,
きゅう、
Q,
きょう、
Kyo. I literally know that. I knew that was yo, and I still got it wrong. Kyo,
きよ、きよ、
Kyo. Excuse. What? Ah! They're different sizes. Literally last week I was asking about this when I was reading the like tips guide. I had a different person who knew Japanese in the chat. I had Mary Marigold, and I was like, "Wait, is literally the only difference between the big one and the little one the size?" And Mary Marigold was like, "Yeah, it's just the size." And I was like, that's gonna mess me up." Here it is. It's messing me up. So wait, oh, it's like kyo versus kyo. That's gonna continue to mess me up. Okay. This one's small. Kyo.
今
Okay. That's got the same starting character, so I assume it's Q.
日
Q. That's cha.
茶
One of these is gi and one is ge. Oh wait, Q is from kiyu, which means that is gi.
ぎげ
Okay. I am hoping that me learning in this way, where I'm like networking the different facts together, I'm hoping that that's like healthy and developmental and not cheating. I don't actually know how like language learning works in the brain, so hopefully that's okay. Okay, Q. It's ki, you, but with the small one.
9
Yeah. Kyo. The small one. Okay. Okay. Duolingo knows this was gonna mess me up. And so they gave me an opportunity to practice. Fermented soybeans. Presumably the one that looks like food. Nattoyu.
納豆、
To. Oh, natto. Why I put a Y where there was not one. That is not a thing that was there.
納豆、
Natto.
納豆、
School. Natto. No. Gakko. Okay. Na. Ga. Go. Ko. Oh, right. That character just tells you to double the consonant sound. Forgot the word for consonant for a second. Gakko.
学校学校
Gakko. School.
ひらがな
Think I know that one. Thanks. Hiragana. What? Now that is a new facial expression. I've not seen her do that before. Kippu. Oh my gosh. No, there are actually words where it matters. Wow, I'm gonna. This is why Japanese intimidates me a little. Well, okay, this is a new reason Japanese intimidates me a little. Buin Hospital, Buin Hair Salon. That'd be a bad one to mess up. Just tell people you're going to the hair salon and they're like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Then you realize that you mispronounced it.
切符
Kippu, kippu,
切符
kippu. I'm pitch matching again. That's not a pronunciation thing. Ji,
じ
do,
ど
kippu,
切符
kippu, kippu. It's just like I don't know how to operate the Japanese equivalent of the letter U. Listen. Kippu. Ki.
ぎぺ
He. find it fascinating. So we have all these little characters, and in like some of the other languages I've studied on Duolingo, there are stories where they talk to you. And through that, I understand the personalities of all these characters. However, in the little end screen animations, you have Duo, the owl, interacting with them. However, he never shows up in the stories. So, like, how is he related? Is he just here to bother them about language learning? I don't know. It's the role he plays in my life. Try the hardest exercises. Kyo. It's the one that's small. Q. It's the one that's small. Q.
9、
Kyo.
今
Cha.
日、茶、
Cha. Gi.
ぎ、
Get.
げ、
Yeah.
弁当、
Bento. Kyo.
今
Q.
日、
Cha.
茶、
Cha. Su.
ず、
Z. Yes! Yes, the owl's name is Duo! So, okay. The owl is, like, much older to the Duolingo mythos than the rest of the characters are. So Duo, the Duolingo owl, has had a name... That has been his name at least as long as I've been on the website, I think. Which is saying a lot. At last calculation, I may have been on Duolingo for almost a decade at this point. So yes, the owl's name is Duolingo, the Duolingo owl's name is Duo, and he has been named Duo since before the other characters existed. Then they started adding the other characters when they redesigned to like have some lines said by people in the like the UI thing where they have like speech bubbles sometimes, and then they added the stories, and the same characters who like say the lines are in the stories, but that means that they're consistently referred to by name in the stories. So each of the characters has a name. Once we get back to the homepage, I can scroll and this one, oh heck, why do I not remember his name? I know things about him though. He is an art teacher. He's a little bit snooty. And he's friends with Vikram, which is the guy with the turban. And they tend to butt heads a little bit. I should be sponsored. Yes, Duolingo should sponsor me. Literally, what is the name of the art professor, dude? Why do I not remember? Q9.
9、
果物
Kudomino.
果物
I'm not going to be thinking about learning. I'm going to be thinking about what the art professor's name is.
今
Kyo. This guy's name is Eddie.
日、今日、
Kyo. He is very sporty, as you can see. He is also a single father. His son, who you will see sometimes with the fluffy orange hair, is named Junior. Eddie's main character traits are single dad, just kind of, he's a dude's dude. He's like kind of sloppy, very sporty, constantly single. He like always has a girlfriend that he's about to lose.
風
Or he's just been broken up with.
風
Natto. This is Zari. She is in like late middle school, early high school. She's best friends with Lily, who's the purple-haired goth girl that you'll see sometimes. Zari is very into boys. She's a little clumsy. She's a little awkward. She does regularly embarrass. Yeah, she does regularly embarrass herself in front of boys. She likes going to concerts. She likes music in like a listener way, which I note specifically because Lily, I believe, actually plays guitar or bass. In my heart, she plays bass. because I know people who are like that. Like emo punk people with colored hair who are very shy and quiet and play bass. But I don't know if that's actually true of her. I don't remember.
ひらがな
Yarakana.
ひらがな
地図、
She's
地図、
literally, what is the name of the art teacher? It's driving me crazy. So this is Lily. Lily, the purple-haired one. Duo. We scroll down. That's the art professor whose name I can't remember. Or art teacher. I think he teaches, like, high school art. Duo again. Duo, but he's an orb. This is Junior. Sorry. Duo again. Oh, this is Lucy. You will meet her granddaughter Lynn later. Lucy is just like, she's a very sweet but also very opinionated grandmother. Eddie. Duo again. This is Bia. I do not remember a lot about her. She's like friends with the rest of them. Trying to remember. The only story I can remember with her in it right now is where like she Eddie has a stomach ache and asks her, or something's hurt, something of his is hurt, and he asks her to drive him to the hospital. But they take Junior with them because he doesn't have a babysitter or something. And then on the way, they like stop and get groceries, and they stop at a burger place that usually has a long line, but like was empty at that time. And then Bia's like, "Didn't you need to go to the hospital?" And Eddie's like, "Nah, I feel better now." This is Vikram. I don't remember if she shows up, but he has a wife named Preeti. I think they have a very cute relationship. They seem very sweet. Vikram is like one of the more functional people in the Duolingo squad, which most of them aren't. Like they're comedic characters. They're a mess most of the time. This is Lynn, Lucy's granddaughter. She's so cool. Oh, Lord help me. The bear has a name. I don't remember what it is. Okay. Are we back? I think, yeah, that's all the characters. I mostly have strong feelings about Lily and Zari. I love their friendship.
to, to,
Dope. Cool. Ni?
ni, ne,
No.
nu,
No. Oh my god. Yeah. Yes, there's probably Duolingo Universe fanfiction. I was about to go look it up, but that's probably not an on-stream activity just in case I find something unexpected.
鳥、
Toddy?
鳥、
猫
I know that. That's a cat. Inu.
犬、
Okay. Chi?
し、
To?
と、ね、
Ne. Ba?
ら、
Nu.
ぬ、
A bird. Tori.
鳥、
犬
Inu is a dog. A cat. Neko.
猫、
To.
と、
No.
せ、
Extremely wrong. Say it.
ぬ、
Nu.
ぬ、
Nu.
め、
Me.
み、
Me.
め
Me.
Me.
Just one. Oh, okay, because it is a word. I was like, they usually don't give me just
To.
one syllable. Me? Se. This is
Se.
se.
ぬ、ぬ、
Mm,
み、
Me.
め、
背中
Tanaka.
背中
There are
Mimi?
also there are a few side characters in the Duolingo universe who
め、
there's not a singular and plural in Japanese. Yo. I don't know if I'm gonna get tripped up or I'm gonna get freed by that, but I'm putting my bets on both. Probably both.
み、
Me. Yeah, I can imagine. So you have to explain to them
Naka.
in English there are different words for when there's one and when there's not one. Yeah, there are definitely. I find it interesting when there are things like that that are where it's much more. It's much easier to get in one direction than in the other. It's easier to learn or to unlearn singular and plural than it is to learn singular and plural.
き、
読む、
Yamu.
読む、
Mu.
む、
Okay. I might be crazy here, but I think the character for Mu looks like a cow, and I think that's very convenient. Yeah, I'm probably just imagining that because it is convenient. But it's a little, a square face and a nose and maybe some horns or something.
る、ろ、る、
Ru.
き、
Ki.
し、
Chi.
む、
Is this just review? This feels like it's just review.
る、
Which, to be clear, I need. I am not complaining.
む、
Mu. Ku.
く、
Ku. Ki.
き、
Ru.
る、
Ru.
な、
The soft D. I just can't get soft D sounds right.
夜切る
Kiru.
切る
Yomu.
読む
Yomu.
夜、
Yoru.
夜、
Night. 10 in a row is sweet. So sweet. Wait, that's interesting. That's the same animation as earlier, but they put different speech bubbles on it. That's a good way to switch it up. Where? Kiru.
切る、
Kiru. Oh yeah. So as you can see, there's this guidebook for each section, and so the guidebook for this section did talk about the 1010 and the other stuff. So I read about it at the beginning of the unit, but I hadn't actually encountered it till the point that you saw today. No.
の、野菜、
Yasai.
野菜、
Yeah.
や、
It looks like a person kicking up sideways.
の、
No.
む、
Mm,
や、
Yeah.
け、
Okay.
き、
お酒
Alcohol. Yeah.
野
Yasai.
菜、
That was a facial expression. Okay. It's the one that I'm
Okay.
not sure about. Drink. Nomu.
飲む、
Nomu. Nomu. Jeez, that face. Okay.
け、
Okay. Ru.
る、
No.
の
Yeah.
や
Ki.
き
Alcohol is osake.
お酒
Sake. That's 10 in a row. What are I like the first time? Lucy's climbed Mount Everest multiple times? What's my favorite and least favorite hiragana? Well, right now, my least favorite is any of the ones that I can't remember. My favorite is no. This one,
No.
because I think it looks like a little, like, either a person with swoopy bangs or a half mask.
飲む
And so I like that I can remember it easily, because the half mask
No.
makes me think of no masks, like no theater. And so that helps me remember how to pronounce it. I do also like Mu for a similar reason. The things that look in ways that makes it easier for me to remember them. I'm a big fan of that. Okay. Okay, unit test, here we go. I got through like 1.5 units last week, so I'd be very excited if I got through a similar amount this week. I feel like I've been talking more, so I don't know if that'll happen, but also I didn't go on a 10-minute rant about purebred dogs this time, so maybe I'm wrong about that talking more thing. I did, in fact, go on a 10-minute rant about purebred dogs last week.
納豆
Natto.
ひらがな
Well, I think that's hiragana. Me.
背中
Senaka?
背中
Okay. Kyo.
きょ
Q.
きゅ
Gi.
ぎ
Cha.
ば
Ba. Yes.
Kyo.
Learning. I love learning. I feel like I sound like a cheesy superhero or something. With the power of learning. Pugs. Okay.
今日今日
So I thought pugs were so ugly until I had a friend with a pug. And then I was like, oh, I guess I like this one. But they're still like, they're poor squashed faces. They can't breathe. Let them breathe. Also, like, this is a personal opinion, but like, I think that dogs and cats, just like animals that are specifically bred to have squashed in faces, it doesn't make them look better. Why did you do that? You made them look worse, and you made them less healthy. What's the point?
ちゃきゅぎげ
Also, have you
So-
seen that
so-
some people are breeding, like, I don't remember what they call them, like classic pugs or something, where they've bred them to re-elongate the snout, so it's like not shoved anymore, and they're like, they can breathe again. Let the poor boys breathe. And they look really cute. Like they have all the other qualities of a pug, and so like.
が
Oh, okay.
こ
読む読む
And so like they now have the ability to like breathe like another dog, but while still looking like a pug.
切る
And
お
like
酒
I still have concerns about inbreeding
お酒酒
because like
お酒
that's usually
お酒
okay, I just
Sake.
missed you. That's usually the downfall of purebred dogs is that like they get really inbred, and so there are genetic issues that like may not have been inherent to the things that they were bred for that they still end up getting. Like Labrador retrievers, I think get like hip and lower back problems later in life, and it's just because like the amount of inbreeding that you have to do to get a purebred dog like amplifies
先生
genetic issues in the group that you're breeding from. Oh no. Oh no. I have to learn kanji. Okay. I will be fine. I will be fine. I will learn a little bit of kanji, And it will be scary, but it will be fine. Okay. Sensei. Sensei.
先生先生
There are multiple options. Okay. Oh, thank you for chatting, Tadayo-san. Kanji's super easy. I... Okay, sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at you. Like, I believe you. It's just... I am... I am a little baby who has only ever learned phonetic languages before, and so I'm really scared of, like, having non-phonetic characters to work with. Sensei. Okay. That's
先
the
生
that's the one it showed me before, right? Sensei. Okay. Matching pairs. Okay. Sensei is that
先
one.
生
Gakusei.
学生
Gakusei. I did not pronounce it right. Because once again, it just can't make a U sound that is soft enough and light enough. Gakusei. Gakusei. So,
ぞ
so. Se,
せ
be.
べ
Sensei.
おはよ
Ohayo.
おはようございます
That's so many. Okay, okay. I literally don't even know how many words this is. Okay. Ohayo. I know it's good morning.
おはようございますおはようございます
Oh, okay.
おはようございますおはようございますおはようございます
Okay. Sorry, my extended silence is me being surprised that you can put together good morning very much, because that's not been the case in any other language that I have learned. There's like thank you very much, or like you can say like I'm doing very well, but good morning very much is not a thing I've encountered before. That's so cool.
先生、おはようございます。
Sensei.
おはよう。
Ohayo.
先生、おはようございます。ございます。
Gozaimasu.
ありがと
Arigato. That's because the translations are wrong. Amazing. Wait, so what is like the accurate translation of that?
う。ありがと
Is it like the translation
Konnichiwa.
for the gozaimasu
う。こんにち
part
は。
that's wrong?
今
Cool.
日
Za.
ざら
Sensei.
先生
Gakusei.
学生
こんにちは。
Gakusei.
こんに
Konnichiwa.
ちは。ありがとうございます。
Kind of both. Oof. Love that. Oh, okay. More polite way. Okay. That makes a lot more sense.
ありがとう
Arigato
ござありがとうございます。
gozaimasu.
ありがとうございます。
Okay. Oh, okay. So that also explains why, like, the sentence it put it in was Sensei. Ohayo gozaimasu. Because that is a person that you would be speaking to in a more respectful way. Okay. It's all coming together.
先生、こんにちは。ございます。
Ah! I was guessing. I was like, maybe this? Maybe I can be polite here? No. Not with that word. Okay.
ありがとう
Okay. So you can put the gozaimasu with arigato and with ohayo but not with konnichiwa? I do not fully understand. Yes, okay. Is there like a reason that it goes with
願い
those? Like, is konnichiwa already polite? Or is it like politeness neutral or something?
願い
Negai.
願い願い
Negai. Oh.
願い
If it did not read it to me, I was not going to get that right. Okay. That's sensei.
先生
Gakusei.
学生
Has it taught me what gakusei means? Am I dumb? I feel like I don't know that. Gee.
じ
ぶ
ぶ願い
Bu. Negai.
ごめん、
Gomen?
ごめん、
Sorry. Very important word to learn.
すみません
Sumimasen.
すみません
ごめんなさい。
Gomen nasai. So gomen is I'm sorry,
ごめ
right?
んなさい。ごめんな
Nasai.
さい。
Oh, okay.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
Is that another like
よろしく
Yoroshiku? Love how Duolingo is not really doing the best job of explaining like when it adds another thing what that means. I'm guessing based on the stuff that y'all said before that it's really just like more
よろ
politeness
しくお
stuff.
願いします。
But it would be nice if it like said like polite suffix or polite addition to a phrase. Would be deeply helpful. Yoroshi.
よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。よろしくお
Oh,
願
okay.
い
The
します。
entire thing is nice to meet you. Yoroshiku o negai shimasu. That's so many syllables. I'm afraid they are all going to fall out of my. Because konnichiwa and kobanwa are derived from a much longer sentence that evolved into greetings, so they're neutral. Okay.
あ、
That makes
あり
sense.
がとう。
Ah.
Ah.
Okay. Deeply appreciate how like oh are like the like exclamations are similar in different languages, because if they put in front of me and it was actually like please, it would break my brain briefly. Like I'd figure it out, but
あ、すみませ
it
ん
would break my brain for a bit.
すみませんあ、すみません
お願いします
Onegaishimasu.
お願いしますお願いします
Is it?
どう
Please?
もありがとうございます
Domo arigato gozaimasu. Okay, so that's
ありが
thank
とうご
you.
ざいますどうも
Okay, so they added a thing beforehand and they added a thing afterwards, and now it both is polite and means thank you very much. No, it accepts thank you.
どうもありがとうございます
But the thing is now I don't trust it. If Duolingo says like this means very much, I'm like, does it actually, or is it like a polite addition that you just didn't know how to mark? Do. The fact that there's no polite way to say good afternoon, good evening. Interesting. So it's like you would use that even at night. The Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu is like you would use that as a greeting at night, or like you would use it as a greeting if you're trying to be polite regardless of time of day because there's not a polite night greeting at work. Okay, that makes sense. I will say I was the way that like that explanations of like polite phrasing in Japanese were put in like, I don't know, like manga and stuff really intimidated me for a bit. Then I realized that I've literally already done that because French has like, so French does not shift as hard when it comes to like when you're talking politely versus not, but like there's a formal you and an informal you. And I realized that like if I can understand when to use formal you and informal you, I can realize when to use the polite phrasing for something. And like that might mean that I have to memorize more words to accomplish the same thing in Japanese, but like it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. Also, like, in most cases, the worst thing that will happen is someone will be like, bro, you don't need to be that formal with me. Dozo,
どうぞ。
dozo, yoroshiku,
よろしく。
yoroshiku. It just hit me how I do not know enough Japanese to have like any intuitive sense of which syllable to emphasize. Okay, that's another area for growth. Domo,
どうも
arigato.
ありがとう
I feel like there are so many words that end in a U sound, but it's so subtle that I wouldn't know, like when I'm hearing it. Okay. Domo, arigato, domo arigato, arigato gozaimasu. There are so many. Gozaimashita, domo arigato. Gozaimasu, domo arigato gozaimashita. Okay. So on one hand, Joe, that order is very logical. On the other hand, why are there so many? How do I know when to use which ones?
さようならさようなら
Like, I get,
こちらこそ。こちらこそ。
I love the, like, additive nature of this. I feel like I could literally make algebra problems to explain the formality of each of these. But I feel like I don't actually know how to navigate more than, like, 2 or 3 different levels of politeness in a social situation, and so I have no intuitive sense of when to use most of those. That's fascinating.
こちらこそ。こちらこそ。
こちらこ
こちらこそ。
こちらこそ。こちらこそ。ら。I just continue to struggle with this R sound.
どういたしまして。
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 I love how when there are a lot of syllables,
こんばんは。
there's just no consistency as to whether I'm comfortable. こんばんは。
こんばんは
Wait, that's the thing, Joe, that's the thing that you said at the beginning of the stream, right? Yeah. こんばんは. Yeah! I finally got to it! So I wouldn't have had to look it up on Google Translate, I could have in fact just discovered it. Cool. Good to know. こんばんは.
じゃあね
じゃあね.
じゃあね
Bye. Okay. So that's like a very informal.
じゃあね。
じゃあね.
じゃあね。
こんばんは、さようなら。
Good evening. Goodbye.
で
Yeah.
は、さようなら。
では。
では。
Well. では。さよなら。
ではおやすみなさい
おやすみな
おや
さい。
すみなさい
おやすみなさい。おやすみなさい。では、おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい
じゃ、おやすみなさい。
Ja.
じゃ、
Wait, is that different than the well before? I feel like it is, but I could just be stupid. We've proven that I have the ability to be stupid. I have the ability to be incredibly stupid. And I don't know if I am right now. Oyasuminasai is good night.
どうも、どういたしまして。
Thanks. And I assume you're
ど
welcome.
ういたしまして。
Doitashimashite.
今晩は、じゃあね。
Good evening.
今晩は、じゃあね。
Janet. Bye.
ありがとう。どういたしまして。
Thank you. You're welcome. They're really convinced to make sure that I know how to say so many polite phrases and have the social context for basically none. Okay. Domo and arigato are for friends, kids, and socially lower level people than you. Like, I kind of know what you mean, but, you know? In any other case. Okay. Arigato gozaimasu. Gozaimasu. Arigato gozaimashita. And I'm leaving person I thanked. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. So there are not really everyday uses for the like highest two levels of formality. Is that true? That makes sense for like what I learned from Korean also. Korean has, I don't remember exactly how many levels of formality, but it's similar. It's like 5 or 6, I think. But like one of them is literally for royalty. So, you know, most people in the modern era don't really have a usage for it. I think they literally didn't even teach us any words at that level of formality. They just like told us that it existed.
こちらこそ。
They taught us like the middle two levels of formality, like the one you would mostly use with your friends and the ones that you would mostly use in the workplace, since those are the things that would actually be useful to us if we like went out into the world and spoke Korean. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you to you as well. Oh, thank you to you as well. Is this once again them trying to like show a level of formality by using completely different phrasing? Because I feel like it is.
あり
Arigato.
がとう。
Kochiarakoso.
こっちこそ。
No, that's oh okay. I don't want I don't want Super Duolingo. Not right now. Not for this. Try the hardest exercises.
先
Sensei.
生、
こんにち
Konnichiwa.
は。
Negai.
願い。じ、
Chi. Bu.
ぶ、
Sensei.
先生、
Gakusei.
学生、
Gakusei. Negai.
願い。
よろしく。こちらこそ。
Yoroshiku. Kochirakoso.
よろしく。
Nice to meet you. Oh, so then the other one's probably likewise. Kochirakoso.
こちらこそ。
Only when you're like making an announcement to an audience of customers and super grateful to someone. Oh. Making an announcement to an audience or to customers when you're super grateful to someone. Interesting. I think making an announcement to an audience would work differently formality-wise in English, and I find that very interesting. Like, I feel like I would use a medium amount of formality if I was making an announcement to an audience in English. So interesting that that would be like a higher level of formality in Japanese.
せ、
せ、
べ、
べ、ぞ、
ぞ、
先生、
学生、
学生、
先生、
今晩はさようなら。
こんばんは。
今晩は
I didn't have to mouse over that. I should have known that. Good evening, goodbye.
どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Okay.
どうぞよろしくお願いします。どうぞ。どうぞよろしくお願いします。よろしく。どうぞよろしくお願いします。お願いします。
Okay. This is fascinating that they've decided to go onegai, and like the nega is the only part of this that is in kanji, and everything else is in hiragana. I don't know why they did that.
では、さようなら。
Dela. They even use another highest level for like a conductor thanking the audience for coming to a concert. Makoto ni arigato gozaimashita. Interesting. Fascinating. I mean, honestly, mood.
よろしくお願いします。
It is not how I would actually address an audience, but I feel the like, oh my god, thank you so much for coming energy of it, you know? Oh, that's interesting. When I take a sip of water, because it like covers my face, it makes my camera go weird. I'm not tilting my head at all. I'm literally just covering my face with my water cup. That's great.
よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。し、ます。
こちらこそありがとうございます。
こちらこそ。
こちらこそ。
こちらこそ。Likewise. Okay.
ありがとうございます。
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 Okay. Thank you to you as well.
あ、おはようございます。
あ、おはよう。
おはようございます。
That one I actually heard all of on the first try. I'm very proud of myself. Very proud of myself for that, given how many times I had to listen to most of the other ones.
こんばんは、じゃあね。
こんばんは。
は。
Oh, interesting. And they gave me the particle separately, which makes sense as like a choice, but interesting to do given that they haven't explained what the particle does yet. こんばんは。
こんばんは、じゃあね。
じゃあね。
じゃあ。あね。
じゃあね。I freaking love languages where you get to put the same vowel sound twice in a row and it sounds different. Amazing. Like the like extension of a vowel sound like that just kind of doesn't happen in English. And so I think it's very cool as a like a cue for how to emphasize and how to pace the word when you're saying it out loud.
Okay.
く、
く、
6、
ろく、
6、
ろく。Yeah.
や、
Okay.
け、
こ、
こ、
ら、
ら、
わ、
わ、
耳、
耳、
み、
which is eye, ear. Me is eye. Mimi is ear. Negasai.
願い
Negai. Negai.
じゃ、おやすみなさい。おやすみなさい。じゃ、
Well,
おやすみ
good
なさい。
night. Okay. Okay. This?
け
Yeah, okay. Sensei.
生
Gomennasu?
ごめんなさい
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to get myself to just like. Kochira koso means from my part as well. Kochira koso arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you from this side to you too. I mean, my feeling so far is I feel like it takes Japanese a lot of syllables to get to places that other languages get in fewer syllables. Specifically for like the polite phrases that I'm learning right now. And I feel that the thank you from this side to you too fits in very well with that. Kochira koso arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you from this side to you too. Okay.
い
Yeah.
え、いえ、
House. Okay. Chi,
じ
fu,
ぶ
sensei,
先生
gakusei,
学生
negai.
願い
Well, good night. Okay. Oh, it only gives me two things. Okay. I think I know which one of those. I think I know which one is which.
では、
Dewa oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi nasai.
おやすみなさい。
Oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi nasai.
あ、おはようございます。
Ohayo.
おはようございます。
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Joe. That makes sense. I do not spend a lot of time thinking about how many phonemes are in English. I'm vaguely aware that there are a lot because, we have a certain number of, consonant sounds, and then also, even though we have 5-ish vowels, we pronounce them in multiple ways. But, I always forget how there are just, fewer phonemes in languages that, only pronounce vowels one way. Or, don't blend vowels together and stuff like that. But yeah, okay, that makes sense. Thank you very much. ありがとう
ありがと
ございうま
ござい
す。
ます。
Yay.
読む、
読む。Eat.
読む
Read. Same thing, it's just consuming a book instead of consuming a food. Thank you, Vikram, for giving me the no-no finger.
ろ
Though this is deceptive. They're like, hey kid, do you wanna review some hiragana? And then it gets you
曇り、
with new stuff.
曇り、
し
地図、
She's
地図、
oh,
ろろ
why am I stupid?
ろ
She
い
E. Like there's no reason for me to be this stupid right now.
くな
No. I've literally been practicing harder things and now I'm like hiragana? What? Sa.
さ
欲しい、
Hoshi.
欲しい。
Want. Oh my god, they might give me sentences soon. Like like sentencey sentences where I have to comprehend multiple words and how they relate to each other. Scary.
ろ
Well, ooh,
う
oh,
に
wrong. Neat. Oh,
お
nah.
な
And I. Me.
め、
飲む
No more. That one means eat? It means drink! Ah. Imagine if I knew anything literally ever. Daytime. Hiru.
昼
Hiru.
晴れ、
Hare. I know it's told me what it is. I don't
Hare.
remember. Sunny. Likewise. Kochira. I feel like. Kochira koso.
こそ。こちら、
Kochira koso.
どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Okay.
どうぞ。
Dozo. And then it ends with mas.
どうぞよろしくお願いします。どうぞよろしくお願いします。お願い、
し
ます
ます。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
飲む
飲む means drink. Yeah! I know something for once. I mean, it's because it's my second try, but still. I haven't won yet. I probably won't. I have like 8 more minutes. Maybe I will, though. Who knows?
し
Chi. Te.
てう
U. Kyo. It's the one with the small yo.
きょ先生
Sensei. Okay, I was very afraid when they just started throwing kanji at me that it meant that they were going to, like, make me learn kanji really, really fast, but I like that I'm very much being eased into it. You're welcome. I don't remember. Doi ta shima. Do.
どういたしまして
That. Doi tashimashite. Tashimashite. I can say tashimashite, and I can say do, but for some reason my brain's like, I don't know how to put an I in there. Use yoshiku onegai shimasu. Becomes more like a mumbled word. I aspire to get to the point of being able to mumble these words, but right now I feel like if I don't fully articulate it, I'm just gonna lose syllables, because I don't know which ones are in there well enough yet. Do itashimashite. Do itashimashite. Do itashimashite. I feel like, am I getting quieter as I say it? I feel like when I'm like, do itashimashite. And like by the tashimashite, it's really just a mumble. Oh, this is so few. I,
い
ni,
に
chi,
し
shi,
弁当
bento.
こんばんは、じゃあね。
こんば
こんばん
んは。
は、
じ
じゃ
ゃあね。
あね。
Outside is 鳥.
鳥
That is a bird. Today I'm practicing the spiritual strength to be wrong repeatedly. Soto.
部屋
Yeah.
部屋
It's a room. Okay. Sensei. Konnichiwa.
先生、こんにちは。
Konnichiwa. Need to get that K in there since G does exist and it's a different thing. Ooh.
べ、
Bit. You just hear something like, oh, onashasu. That's great. I love that.
べ、
Bit. Beat.
び、
Ba.
ぶ、
Bu.
ぶ、
Bu. Bo.
ぼ、
Ba.
ば、
Soto. Still not enough to win. Close though. I'm
Go.
close. For someone who cares a lot about Duolingo leaderboards, I don't really care about Duolingo leaderboards. Like, I don't actually need to win this leaderboard. I am a massive Duolingo completionist, so I do in fact want to get all... Duolingo has achievements now. And one of the achievements is for getting on the highest leaderboard, and one of them is for getting the first place on the highest leaderboard. And yeah, I don't know why they separated Soto. It might have just been because the answer was one word, and so they're like, hoo-hoo, can we trip you up? Sneaky Duolingo indeed. Yeah. I want to place well on the leaderboards because I want to get the achievements for being on the leaderboards, but also, like, it literally doesn't matter, and this is primarily for me to, like, stream it once a week and, like, only kind of maintain my streak for the rest of the week. So it doesn't really make sense that I, like, would get a lot of XP on the account, and I feel like I would have... Maybe I'll, like, decide on a week where I don't have a lot to do, where I'm gonna try to get the top of the leaderboard, and I'll just stream, like, I'll just stream Duolingo, like, multiple days that week. And then maybe I'll get it. That might work.
Go. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like the guy
Ri.
kicking. Ri.
おはよう。お
Ohio.
はよう。む。
Mu.
4、
Yon. Oh, yon.
4、
Yon.
背中、
See, okay. When I hear Seneca, I just think of the freaking... The Roman guy, like the... Like... That bitch? And... I suspect that this is not what Duolingo's talking about, but every time I hear it, I'm like, Seneca? Wasn't he a Roman senator or
Seneca.
something?
背中、
No. Just back.
こんば
Konbanwa.
んは。野菜。
Yasai?
野菜。
Vegetable. Like, am I?
甘い。
Yeah.
切符
No!
切符
I was so confident. I was so confident that I hit enter and I didn't get to see why I got it wrong. Well, it will certainly come back to bite me directly on the bottom. So, that's fine.
ひ。
He. You.
ゆ。
What?
も。
Mo. Love being completely wrong.
ぬ。れ。
A school. Kippu.
切符、
Gakko. See, this did legitimately work. It legitimately tripped me up because I was like, I know it has a double letter in the middle there somewhere, but I didn't catch that I could construct a double letter.
お酒。
Osake?
酒。
She.
し。 か、
よ,
よ、
a,
あ、
sa. Literally all of them were just straight across. Like, okay. Suki?
き、
I knew it wasn't am I, because I got it wrong the first time. Okay.
が、
Ga,
こう、
ko. And that character makes it a double K, so it's gakko. Yeah. Yeah! I know things sometimes. Okay, I think that's our time for today. I might practice characters on my own a little to boost my way up that leaderboard. We'll see, but yeah. I love being in the void for 2 seconds. So, thank you all for showing up, especially to Joe and Tadaya-san, who have chatted so much. It's great hanging out with you. See you either on Tuesday night for gaming or keep on. I'll keep on keeping on while I'll do it off stream. I need a break right now. I'll see you guys next week, okay? Bye.